3, 2, 1. What is going on, people of the world of YouTube? Welcome to this video. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video on YouTube. It's been a very long time, and here I am making this video for you guys. I am joined not only just by myself, but by my friend Dana. You may have noticed that Dana, in one of my videos, I did a parkour parody where she made a little cameo with her sister, Jamie. It was actually really, really funny. Make sure you go check that out. I'll put that in the description. Okay, so our main reason for making this video is basically to do a honest review.
Yes, an honest review.
Honest. As honest as it gets.
Yeah, honest.
We are doing a review on the board game
World War Z!
War Z, the game. There's such a glare because the window's there. I apologize. But yeah,
best board game ever. My favorite. It's my favorite game. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Now, why is it your favorite game?
It's just so much fun to play.
Let's just put it this way. There have been many reviews that we watched over the time of having this game just to get an idea on what makes the game great. And it's actually really funny because every single time I get a new board game, I like to open up the box and look at the content and look at what the board looks like. That's always my favorite part of what I do. It's Dana's favorite part too, so every time there's a new game that comes down, we like to just open it right away, no questions asked. All the board games we get, as soon as they come home, board being shown. The one thing I really like about this board is its detail, its information, how it kind of gives you different zones that you gotta work with and whatnot. And it's just really, really cool. I mean, it actually took us a little bit of a long time to actually understand how to play.
We're still learning things.
I could say I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm already making a lot of mistakes still with this game. We probably played it for like, what?
A month now.
A month?
A month, yeah.
And just the learning process of it is phenomenal. I mean, it's actually really easy. We made it out to be difficult than it already is.
Yeah. Even last night when we played, you realized you made a mistake.
There was another mistake I made, definitely. One thing I want to definitely touch base on are the components themselves. Granted, there's some other reviews that we've watched. You get like these little tiny pegs here that represent your character. I do believe that they could have done better.
I think so too. With
that, maybe added like some miniatures. Like I just got Zombicide, what's it called? Rue Morgue. Sorry, there's so many Zombicides. Rue Morgue today, season 3, and the miniatures were just great. I sent her a video on Snapchat over of it.
Amazing.
And
can't wait to learn that game.
That's what it should be like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is probably my only gripe are just these little tiny,
they're like a little boring.
Little pegs.
They don't stand out that much.
They don't stand out, and they show no characteristic.
Yeah, there's no characters.
There's really no personality to it. It's not like you're this character. Like, there's going to be a game I'm going to be doing a review on, and that is Level 7 Escape, where I'll be able to show you what I'm pretty much talking about for some that haven't played.
Oh, I interrupted you.
But that's okay. For some of those that haven't played Level 7 Escape, you will know. Go ahead.
I don't even know. But go on.
Okay. A lot of people that I've heard have gripes with these little tiny singular circular,
numbers.
tokens. That, just have numbers on the hordes. Okay, granted. Not many people want that. Maybe they want an actual visualization on what the hordes look like with these strengths. Maybe they want something more. Me personally, I like it.
Yeah, I love it too. It's great.
It brings out an old school feeling to it. I don't know. People out there have obviously played Pokemon cards. With Pokemon cards, every time you attack, you have certain tokens that always count to 1. And I don't know, for me, it just makes me feel that way. It gives me a sense of nostalgia. When it's funny because Pokemon's actually new. She's never played Pokemon cards. She knows about them.
Yeah, I know about them. Never played it. Maybe one day though, with our collection of games. Yeah.
Anyway, so with that, I like the tokens. I like the way they're done. I like the way they're brought up. And it's just that they're just good. I like them. They're easier to decipher. They're easier to just put down and be like, okay, well, this is this is that, this is this, which is phenomenal. It's great. I love the game. I love the battle aspect to it. And yeah, the one thing that I can say is that the cards, the combat cards,
The pictures.
I truly feel like these are great cards. I do feel that they are definitely great to use. I think that the rules on how to use them are phenomenal. They're fantastic. The major gripe that some people have, and I'll be honest, it's actually a gripe that we both have too.
Absolutely.
Is that the pictures are all the same.
Yeah, it has something to do with the movie, really.
There's literally no difference in cards. I mean, I'm already shuffling through some of these cards and I'm looking through them, and they're pretty much just all the same.
Yeah.
You would at least think that with a zombie movie and a zombie franchise such as that, there'd be better weapons. I mean, I feel like with the weapons they give you, you're just nothing more than a street person. You're not really the main character, where the main character has a gun, or the main character uses, combat, fist-fighting combat, or knives, or weapons, or swords, or whatever. You're not those main characters. You're kind of in a way, you're kind of the people who have just fallen into turmoil with the zombie apocalypse, and all they're able to find is a crowbar. All they're able to find is a bat. All they're able to find is a hatchet. That's pretty much all you really get. The only easy thing you have an assault rifle in this game, but the assault rifle is not really anything of importance. It's pretty much just roll the human battle die twice and use the higher of the two rolls in the battle. It doesn't add to your battle roll, which is basically this dice right here. It doesn't add to anything of that. You just basically try and get a higher number, which, what are the odds of getting a high number on this die? It's slim, because you only got 1 6, 1 5, when you got all these other dice over here, like the yellow and the red. You got a 12-sided die, and then you got a 9-sided die.
Yeah.
It's hard. So what can some of these cards really do for you? Unless you have jam-packed full of combat cards, which happened to her last night.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We lost one game, and we decided
that was horrible. That first game. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. We both died in like a matter of 10 minutes. The game lasted. It was horrible.
Probably the worst combat we've ever had. The dice definitely had one over on us.
Yeah. See, but for the cards, for me, I think they're just it's the same thing over and over again. It's nothing different. You can get the same card a few times in a row.
Bland.
Yeah, it's bland.
Pretty much.
Definitely.
The words to use is bland.
And another thing is there's some errors on the. Excuse me. There's some errors on the cards too. They didn't fix.
Some errors actually fall under the category of the threat escalation cards, which may I actually say, this is actually really awesome.
I like that too.
I love it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you have people that complain about, oh, well, you never really can win the game because, they're just going to keep coming back.
We've won the game several times.
Not only that, but isn't that what a zombie horde would normally do? I mean, if there's hordes in one area, wouldn't they branch off someplace else and you have to combat those too? People just lack imagination. Let's just put it that way. We all have to have imagination when it comes to these board games. It's not just a board game that you can just sit down and just be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to play to win. No, it's not just a board game where you're going to sit there, roll a die, and be like, oh, great, blah, blah. No, there's imagination to these games. And that's why there are some people that truly enjoy them, because it's the fantasy of it. But yeah, they're definitely, actually, it's really funny. Here's the card that you were actually discussing. So, as an example, I'm going to read this card off to you. Roll the human battle die. Choose one zone of that color that is not currently occupied by a horde in which to place a strength 3 horde. If all zones of that color have hordes, choose any zone of that color. Just reading it, there was a time where I did understand it, but now I kind of don't. Now that I kind of read it over and over again, it's very confusing. I feel like you're talking about zone of color, and now the card's kind of bringing out too much zone of color, zone of color, zone of color. Choose this zone of color. Choose this zone of color that has strength 3 horde around it. Zone of color here. It's like, it gets really confusing. But I do like the concept. I actually really do like the cards here, even though they're still the same as the combat cards. You know, there's the same of everything in these cards.
It does make it interesting because, like, whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say? Hold on. I don't know what I was gonna say now.
It adds a sense of creativity that there's growth in the hordes. You know, there's no better way of being able to play a zombie game and be like, oh, okay, well, this was easy. This was great. I win. No, let's add some challenge to it.
Yeah, because, like, you could, like, be winning, and then if, like, let's just say it's, like, round 8, you can get a card, like, one of the threat escalation cards, and then you could suddenly lose. Because, like, the numbers can change, right? Yeah.
Just like last night, there were hordes of 2s, these blue tokens, hordes of 2s literally surrounding the entire map.
I'm gonna change it to 4.
And then we got nervous because it was her last turn.
Mm-hmm.
We got nervous because we had felt like, no, that's the second game.
No, oh.
Yeah.
So many games.
The first game I died. Second game I stayed with you.
Yes, that's right.
But being that there were so many number 2s, whatever she picked up off the threat escalation card, those number 2s can turn to number 3s. Those number 2s can turn to number 4s. And that's it. We would have lost the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that we were able to come out on top and the cards were able to give us something that wasn't going to be too treacherous, it was easier. It was better. Because all you have to do is, once you're done with the game, you remove all the 2s and all the 1s, and you count up all the 3s and 4s. If you have less than 10 on 3s and 4s, then you've pretty much won the game. If there's 10 or more on the board, then you've lost the game, and the horde has taken over the entire country. The entire world, not country, the entire world. And I don't know. Honestly, I personally would give this game a solid 3 as rating, to tell you the truth. Because I'm going to go with one of the reviews that I did watch, and that was with D&E Miniature Games.
Yes.
They were as honest as it gets. Honestly, they were honest. I mean, they do reviews on the rule book. They did reviews on the board itself. They did reviews on the components. They did reviews on gameplay, how fun it is, replayability. They are just honest guys. So if you truly want an actual review, and if you actually want an honest review, you could either listen to this video or go straight to D&E Miniature Games. That's their YouTube channel, D&E Miniature Games. They're great. Honestly,
yes,
they are phenomenal. And at first I was a little biased towards them because I'm like, all right, well, they're not really discussing games and whatnot. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to reviews anymore. I just want to listen to what we feel about the game, and we'll make a review. And the more we played it, I said, you know what? Let me give these guys a chance. So I watched their whole video from beginning to end on World War Z review. I judged poorly. I should have listened to them. They were great. They had such an honest review. There's one reviewer out there that I actually do dislike. I feel like he's very biased in some of his in a few of his reviews. And I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to mention his name. I don't want to badmouth anybody. It's just an opinion. Okay, this world was built on opinions, obviously, and I guess everyone's opinions matter, just for a few. But, he was all over the place on his review of this game. Oh, well, I don't really like this game, but I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I'm saying that this is just not a good game. It's like, alright, and if he watches this video, somewhere along the line he sees this video come up, he's actually going to realize who he was, which I don't really care. I mean, he probably did this review 2 or 3 years ago, so
yeah.
Hey, we're in 2017 now. 3 years ago it was 2015 or 14, so
yeah,
it doesn't really matter at this point. But honestly, I give it a 3. What would you rate this game? How do you feel with this game?
Well, I really like this game, so I'd give it a 4.
4?
See, this is like my favorite game right now, so therefore.
So there you go.
Yeah.
World War Z, the game.
We have a lot of board games right now. We have like about 13 Monopolies and other games. We have like 6 or 7 at the moment. And this is my favorite, number 1 right now. So I would definitely give it a try. If I were you.
Definitely get it. Give it a shot. I mean, it's definitely, for what it is, it's solid.
Yeah.
And if you have imagination,
Use your
then
imagination.
this game goes a really long way.
Absolutely.
So I would suggest buying it, playing it for yourself. Get a couple of friends, whether it's just you or like us. We just play together.
Yeah.
We'll have a bunch of other of our friends join us one day, and then we'll play maybe 3 or 4 player game. It is a 2 to 4 player game, which is good enough. I'll never play this game by myself anyway.
Yeah, seriously.
But
like, if you don't like it the first time you play it, I would give it another shot because.
Put it away,
Yeah.
store it somewhere, play another board game that you like, or go play your video games, and then come back to it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to feel like you wasted your money on this.
Because trust me, you just didn't waste your money.
No, you didn't. It's a great game.
And I love the movie, so it makes the game even better.
Honestly, though, this game really has nothing to do with the movie.
No, it has nothing to do with the movie.
There's no, just like some reviews that are crybabies about it not having Brad Pitt or any of the main characters.
Whatever.
It makes no sense. Honestly,
it's a game.
Honestly, Brad Pitt is somewhere in this world right now, and we are just those people. We are just those soldiers or whatever. We're just these guys, elite teams, pretty much just roaming around. Brad Pitt's got nothing to do with this. Brad Pitt is like in America, traveling all the way to Canada, okay, trying to get to his family. That's what he's doing in this board game right now. Okay, there you go. Imagination. Use it. Create it. So yeah, all right. Well, that's our review for the game. I give it a solid 3. I think it's good. If you guys want to know how to play the game, if you guys want to know rules and how to really go along with it, make sure you comment on this video.
Yeah, we totally will make a video of how to play it because that will be fun.
And then who knows, maybe we'll do a gameplay video. That's fun as well.
Yeah.
We'll play it upside down. Whatever. We know this.
We know this
already
board
front and back.
to a T.
All right.
I hope you enjoyed the video.
And have a good one, guys. See you soon.
Bye.